Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Aishoki back with another gameplay commentary. As you can see, still recording with a camera. I think it'll render out HD. It's really just my mom's iPhone 4S, but you know, thinking about getting another HD PVR. I'm actually gonna have my mom call Comcast here soon, see if she can get an estimate. There's actually a port back behind this little messy dresser that I'd have to clean off if I decide to use it. Let's get a first-person view right here. Let's hide that timeline for now. To get an estimate to fix the wiring back there so that I'd be able to use it for like a computer. It's the little port for internet, like the one that you screw in, that kind of plug. You know, and I'll touch on the gameplay real quick. It's a GB, game 2 of my first GB back in about 5 months. It's a TO with the team that I had, but the leader just disbanded it. I'll get to that in a second. But I'm thinking about making this room my new setup. I've always wanted like a gaming room. Like the basement was nice, but I've wanted some place with like a door, so I can like kind of shut everyone else off, and I don't have people walking by like my dad going to the laundry room. And I don't really like when people like sit behind me and watch me. I'd get mad at him when he tried to do that. Plus, I've got a nice comfy bed in here. There's the cover. You've seen that in my vlogs that I uploaded while I was inactive, if you watch those. But I do start off going, I think it was 4-0 on this map. And I don't think I'm going to talk through all of it. We'll see. I don't know how long I can drag on stuff. It's been a while since I did a gameplay commentary. I mean, minus the last one, but that doesn't count because not all of it was gameplay. But this is the team. We were actually on Skype. I couldn't hear him for the first round, though, because I had my headset on and I had voice volumes all the way off on accident. And I was on Skype with my phone. So what I ended up doing was I had the left ear over my head, and I had my phone sitting on that counter right there. And it had it on speaker, and it turned it all the way up, and it worked out pretty well. It helped me out for when I plan today, which I think you'll see. But I just want to talk to you guys about how my last day of school went. I'm already 2 minutes in. That's kind of cool. I'm now a sophomore. That's cool. I turned 15 on March 28th. I don't think last year, 2011, I uploaded a video on my birthday. I was recording the same way. It's kind of ironic how I had a PVR and I'm back to my phone. That video is called like 81 and 4 domination Swedish guy or something, if you want to go look it up. It's one of the first commentaries in my playlist of Aishogi commentaries. And here's where I was talking about when I was on Skype. We go up 1-0. We do end up losing this 3-4. We should have won this map, which would have ended it 2-0 for us. I sat out first map because the leader knew that I hadn't GB'd in a few months, especially on team. I mean, I had done singles earlier this week, and I'm 9-0 on my singles now, which is cool. But I hadn't done TLs in a while. Just a couple scrims before this one. Excuse me. And we did end up losing third map because one of our guys timed out in second round. And had he not have timed out, we would have won because we ended up losing 3-4. Had we won the round that he didn't time out, which I'm sure we would have. The thing, we were in a 2v2 situation, then he timed out, and I was left for the 1v2, and I lost it. And actually kind of sucked really bad that game. Didn't quite go positive, you know. Drop a nice kill there. I think I'm 4-0 right now. Anyway, school today, I'll really just touch on lunch and me coming home on the bus because those were the two big things. Lunch, they were showing like the last end of the year, like morning announcement kind of deal with like highlights and bloopers and stuff from the whole year. And I have background music, by the way. I was just wanting to see how that would turn out. It's just stuff from the Alive 2007 Daft Punk soundtrack. And after they released this over the microphone in one of the cafeterias that I was in, the one that I was in, and they said release, and like 10 kids started throwing stuff up like milk. They didn't have any sauce out for the past few days because they're smarter than that, but people started throwing up milks and like Gatorades and sandwiches and everything. And I sat at the closest table to the door, just because that's where I'd been sitting for a few days with some of my friends. And I walked out there, but I saw some stuff, and apparently there had been a fight there too. But I missed that because it was on the other side of the cafeteria. But I walked down to the hall, and people were like screaming everything because they're kids. And a few steps into the hall, I turn around because I'm always the first one out of there because, as I said, table closest to the door. And I wait on someone to walk with to my next period class. And a guy comes out, and I just see a Powerade nail this kid and get everywhere on him. And right now, for the 6 of you that play Pokemon that are watching this kid is literally a Graveler, alright? And this kid gets so mad, he starts evolving. No lie, he turns into a Golem. and starts stomping around with just his arms out. You got to imagine a golem for me right now, because that is exactly what he looked like. And it's like, who the fuck is it? Man! Who the fuck, man? He walks all the way down the hall to like the next like little section of the school, like the commons area. And he walks back like, who did this? And everyone's like following him around because they know if anyone steps up, there's about to be a fight. And could I go back, I'd probably be like, that kid did it! Just to see what would happen. That kid would be over. But as I said, he's a golem. So the best he could do is like a rollout, you know? So it'd kind of be like a Matador and Tauros kind of deal. Tauros is another Pokemon for the 3 of you that don't play Pokemon that are watching this. And which means I have 9 total viewers. Anyway, I've had like 12 to 20 watch my last one, which is fine with me. Yeah. So that happened. No one stepped up. He walked away. I saw him later in the day. He was carrying around his clothes in a plastic bag, and he was wearing different ones. But on my way home from school, I was just sitting in my seat talking to my friend Adrian, just talking about current events and the last day of school, how that made him feel. I was being a psychologist. I think that's the right one, like therapy kind of deal, where you talk to them and they lie down, you ask them how they feel. Anyway, but I was just chilling and I got hit by a piece of paper, and you know, kids play around, and I ducked down. I was like, man, who threw this? And someone was like, me, little hoe. And I was like, or I didn't say anything, but I poked my head up and I recognized the voice, so I threw the piece of paper at him and I hit him in the eye. I actually didn't hit him on the eye. Well, actually I might have. I just know I hit him in the face. So it's actually possible I hit him in the eye. I just know he got really mad, and that's a possible cause. So he's like, oh no, you didn't. Oh no. And then he pulls up his pants really high and like stands up and looks at me. And I was like, oh. And then I looked down and looked at my friend Adrian. I was like, oh, a piece of paper? Come on now. And he was like, man, I'm gonna get this kid. I'm gonna get this kid. So what he ends up doing is throwing a brush at me. Like, I heard it was a brush, but I didn't see it because I was ducked down. And the brush hit the girl who was sitting behind me, like right under the eye, like the little slope from the top of your nose down to like this little area right here. And it made her bleed, and she's sitting there starting to cry like a girl, like, because she is a girl. Anyway, and she starts bleeding, and this kid had already picked up a broom. I don't know where the heck he got a broom from on the back of the bus. I know there's sometimes some at the front, but the back, I don't know. But this kid had already picked up a broom to throw at me. And just for your information, I'm the only one I've ever seen ever use that spot. I've never seen anyone use that in a pub. And even in GBs, especially in GBs, I go there, I can get there really fast all the time with extreme conditioning, and I can climb up there fast enough so that people on the defending spawn, they won't have had the time to get to street if you get there in a timely fashion. And I can call out anyone that goes street, so just know that. Also, every once in a while when I snipe, I think I pull out my sniper class not accidentally when we go into overtime on this map, when we end up losing. We lost overtime third map earlier, as I said, but I was aiming down my sight, calling out anyone that went street, and I ended up not being able to switch back fast enough. Anyway, the guy picked up the broom. He was ready to throw it at me, but then he learned that she was bleeding. He was like, oh, dang, man. Then he started saying sorry, which pretty much got me off the hook, because he had to put down the broom, and he went and said sorry. And that was about it. I did end up sucking this game. I got 5-5 in the end. I started off 4-0, though, which was my justifying my doing bad in third map, because I did start off going hammer. And it wasn't my fault that we lost this map. I think one guy dropped a 12 bomb or so, and then the other 2 guys just freaking sucked. I know they dropped donuts through 3 rounds, at least the first 3 rounds. And Cataclysmic was one of those guys. He also dropped the same score I did third map, and that's one of the reasons our team got disbanded, because we were 0-1 and a couple of the guys were just bad. I'm just inconsistent at this point because I haven't GB'd in a while. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching. I've tried to be myself on the hood. You've enjoyed this game. And I've already told you how it ends, so that's it. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace!